Breaking down the show. I like this episode. I've liked it for a while. Like I said, I couldn't wait. I had to watch it when it leaked online. I was pretty impressed. Of course, they did the traditional Superman thing. You know, the very first thing she does when she has to rescue a bunch of people is there's a plane going down. Of course, and spoiler alert, if you haven't watched, by the way, if you haven't watched this episode yet and you're watching this, I'm about to spoil the hell out of it. So, very first thing you get after when she gives a little brief introduction to her life, the background of you know how she was meant to protect Superman since she was the oldest cousin, but because of they explained it in a pretty good way. She got knocked into the Phantom Zone on the way out. To the explosion of Krypton, throwing her off course. She aged not at all. Superman was able to get to Earth first, grow up, become a man. Meanwhile, she didn't age at all. By the time he realized that she was out there, rescued her. He was a grown man, didn't need her, and you know, so she's got to find her own way. I like the fact that Dean Cain is her foster father, and Helen Slater. She played Supergirl in 1984. Helen Slater. She's still hot. Helen Slater and Dean Cain. I met Dean Cain in Iraq. Ironically, I was working overseas for oil and gas company, for the military contractor. I got to meet Dean Cain. He was one of the celebrity, guys. And you know what? I'm not gonna tell that story. I'm gonna save that story for later. I'm gonna make a little video, a little funny little side story about Dean Cain, a little true story about Dean Cain. He might not like it. I don't care. He might sue because he said something crazy. He might not remember it. He knows he said it. He'll probably sue me for even sharing the story and pretend like he never said it. But I don't care. Don't worry about it. But I'm gonna share this story on my next video. But I like the fact that we got from the Adventures of Lois and Clark in there, and you got the original Supergirl. Even though that movie flopped, it's nice because I believe she played I think she played Superman's mother on Smallville. That was pretty cool. So I'm hoping that there's more little connections. I don't know if Tom Welling will be willing to come back. I don't know if the girl who played Kara on Smallville would be willing to come to the show. I think she's doing other shows right now, but that's one time. That would be awesome. I'm hoping for. Hey, I just saw a commercial for Flash at the end of this episode of Supergirl, so I think anything's possible. Will they connect everything? I doubt it, but DC is awesome that CBS isn't afraid to advertise for CW show because it's all owned by the same company. Or maybe that's a hint. Maybe that means it's possible. Maybe it's very, very possible that there can be at least a guest appearance. Nothing crossover is. But anyway, you fast forward to modern time. She grows up. She's finding her way through life. She's an assistant at Catco, a hand-me-down Daily Planet wannabe, and her sister, her foster sister, gets into trouble. Of course, she's on a plane. The plane's going down. She has to rescue the plane. It's always a plane. It's always a plane that Superman and Supergirl, the first thing that they do, save a plane, and that's it. It's all good. But I thought that was kind of cheesy when I first saw that. But then when I saw the effects of it, I'm thinking, CBS isn't going to pull this off. Come on. But no, they seem to have that Smallville money. All the money that they used in season 1 and 2 are all combined because they got the effects were really good. I mean, movie quality good. Still some cheese here and there, but overall, for where it is and for where it's airing, the effects were on point, and it looked really good. I liked it, and they delivered it well. Of course, then you got to cut to the montage. We got to make a suit. What kind of girl? I like the way her friend Wynn cut on her for what kind of amateur goes out there in a sweater and saves a damn plane. You got out there, get a suit. You got to get that suit, make the suit. So when she reveals herself to her friend Wynn and lets her know lets him know that she is the girl. I like the fact that at first it was like, wait, you're coming out of the closet? Oh, that explains everything because I've been hitting on you forever and you never ever, obviously looking all this, you never ever, went for it, you're gay. And the way Supergirl's like, no, I'm not gay. It got a little defensive, like, what you trying to say? Not that there's anything wrong with that, is what they should have followed that up with. That'd have been hilarious. But she was like, I'm not gay. The way she looked at him, like, not gay. And like, all right, Supergirl's straight. Like, jeez, like, come on, wouldn't that be awesome though, Supergirl? Come on, anyway, I wouldn't change the channel. So anywho, so it's also known, if you're a comic book guy, you also know that Wynn's character has the same name as the Toyman. So is Wynn going to become a villain in the future? And I gotta say yes. But if he does, I mean, he already knows from that first episode. He figured out who Supergirl is. That's got to be bad. So is he going to turn bad? Is it going to be a memory thing? They gotta, if he becomes a villain, then he's the ultimate threat because he knows her secret identity. So that's going to be interesting. I'm hoping that they toy with it. Pardon the pun. Yeah. But maybe he should keep his memory. I don't want him to. You know what? I don't want a memory wipe. I want him to be an ultimate threat. And the Toyman would be, to know who she is would be pretty cool, pretty good. So I like how flawed Supergirl is. She, like, one of the most perfect people in the world. If she's anything like Superman, she's damn near perfect. But I don't know if they're playing it up because she's a girl, that she's so doughy-eyed and she's so, all shucks and whatnot, and she's playing the whole, she's so sweet and she's so this and she's so that. But she talks about her flaws, and she gets criticized over. I mean, I think they're playing up the fact that how we over criticize women, no matter what they do. Compared to a man, you're going to get, to earn half of what a man's going to make, you got to work twice as hard. And how they criticize her from how she looked, her hair, the fact that she damn near tore the plane up when she rescued it. She's pretty much taking these criticisms like, I mean, you rescued your plane, I've only been Supergirl I'm not even Supergirl yet, pretty much, and you're already criticized. Like, how about thank you for rescuing the plane? So I feel like this show is gonna play that up. This is a whole girl power thing. It's like, I feel like the Spice Girls are back because they're playing up this whole girl power thing a lot more on this show. And it feels like they're gonna really, really play that up. And if they do, fine. But it's going to get boring after a while. I mean, they talk about it a little bit. I mean, by calling her Supergirl, isn't that setting the movement back a couple of years and whatnot? So it's like they go back and forth on it. Are they playing into the whole she's a girl thing, and are they playing into it too much? Are they not playing into it too much enough at all? And there's one part where it was too obvious. When we got into the villain on this episode, and the whole "on my planet women bow to a man," we're not, the whole, we got to give the cheesy comeback. We're not on your planet. You're going to get your ass kicked by a girl. And it's just, oh my God. The whole line about when you had Henshaw saying, she can't do it. She's not strong enough. And her sister immediately comes to her and why? Because she's a girl. That wasn't necessary. I was like, nah. I thought that was too obvious of a comeback. Come on, why? Because she's a girl. So that's what I'm saying. Are you gonna keep doing that? That's gonna turn me off of the show. I like the show overall. I like how human it is. I mean, she's out there going on dates. She's getting turned down. Ain't nothing happening right for her on her love life. All that stuff. All those little things. That's plenty. They should play into that more. They should do more of her human side and talk. They should do a whole episode where she doesn't even wear the damn suit, and then she's just fixing stuff on the fly, and just dive more deep into her into her vulnerability. But then you're walking that fine line, because then you know how people are going to look at it. I mean, this is a girl. This is going to be, if it's too girly, they're going to judge it on that. Then you got to action it up. And I mean, so it's such a fine line that this show has to walk on. Fort Ross, the villains from Fort Ross need to be wrapped up. That needs to be wrapped up. Send them back to the Phantom Zone, wherever they came from. That needs to only be a one season thing. I don't want this to always come back to Fort Ross. That needs to be a one and done. Knock that out. Let's just keep it rolling. And then we get into the Toy Man. We get into the other Supergirl villains, and we get deep into the mythology of this. I like the fact that they introduced Kryptonite early. Knock right out of the park. I mean, of course, obviously it has to be there. Superman's out there, so Kryptonite is in effect. So that wasn't too much of a surprise. I just didn't think they would come out the gate with it. Overall, this show will succeed. Not because of the action, not because of the special effects. That's gonna always be, the people who want to watch the show, they're gonna come for that. But if everything leading up to that bores you, the show's not gonna make it. I like the characters. I don't know about chemistry yet. Jimmy Olsen, I don't know if there's chemistry there. So far as acting, interest, the three people that are kind of keeping my interest right now: Kara, Wynn, and Ally McBeal, ironically. Even though, because she's proven. She carried her own show for a long time, so she's proven. Everybody else, they gotta earn it. The fact that they don't even say Superman, interesting, but I don't like it. Talk about it. Don't hide from it. But anyway, so that's the first episode of Supergirl. Can't wait to do the next one. Hopefully we keep this going. I'm gonna try to get this out on time and make sure not to fumble the way I did with Limitless. So I won't be continuing with Limitless. I'm gonna now be doing a Supergirl after show. And any questions you have, anything you want to hear, any thoughts, any comments, any concerns, let me know what you think. I'm not the biggest Supergirl fan. I don't know much about her. From everything I know about Supergirl, I've pretty much seen it on the cartoon. I've pretty much seen it in relation to Superman. So I'm excited about it, and I'm hoping to learn more about Supergirl based on this show. I'm going to use this show to teach me everything I need to know about Supergirl. Will we have Power Girl? Will we see Supergirl's costume changes as she gets older? Will they play up the sex, or will they downplay it? You know, will there be a season where she's just going buck wild, Jimmy, Black Jimmy? It's gonna happen. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Send a comment, share with your friends. Always, let's just keep talking, guys. And I don't have any. With Limitless, I said let's talk limitlessly. What can I say about Supergirl? Bye.